Alright guys, and welcome back to the 25th episode of this review series where I review everything and save the world. For this episode, I'm going to be doing a review on the Razorblade. I'll be showing you the best perks and some gameplay. Let's get into it. The gameplay you're seeing in the background is a power level 124 retrieve the data mission. So this weapon is a 3-round burst, and unlike Battle Royale, where it's like the Razorblade in Save the World, it's like it's shooting pretty fast. And if you got your crit build like I do, then it'll be like, if one of those crits, or even all three, then it'll be doing tons of damage, and all in that one target, since it's bursting all to that one enemy. It's doing tons of damage instead of like normal guns that just shoot automatically. They're just spraying all around. You may do a little bit of damage to one enemy, but you're mainly going for the whole crowd. With this one, you're doing tons of damage to one enemy, and then this other enemy, and then that other enemy, and it's pretty good. I'd say it's really good, probably better than the Siegebreaker. And yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna suggest 2 heroes, or actually 3. So, Tactical Assault Sledgehammer is really good for a crit build. So what he does is increases the crit damage, so whenever you do hit those crits, they'll be doing extra damage, so just tons of damage pumping into the enemy. So that's pretty good. He's a must to use in this. And then if you're using a mag size in this perk loadout, I'd say use Bulletstorm Jonesy, because after shooting 25 shots, it'll build up to 25 shots, and it'll be building up per 1%, and then 2%, and then 3%, and then just building up damage for every shot you take. And since this is a burst, it'll go up 3%, 6%, 9%, all the way up to 25, and then it's just pumping out damage, and that's pretty good. And then if you're going a reload speed, or you could use this in the same build as a mag size like I am, use Rescue Trooper Ramirez or Rescue Trooper Havoc for some extra assault damage. And yeah, but anyway, let's get on to the perk loadout I use for this. Alright, now for the perks I put on it. For the first one, you can have either crit rating, crit damage, fire rate, or reload speed. You can go for a straight damage build, but I recommend a crit damage build, since in the end you will do more damage. And a fire rate, you'll shoot faster, but it won't be doing much damage, and that's not the way to go. And the reload speed, for a damage perk like this is, it's a waste to put a reload speed, so yeah. So I'd say either crit rating or crit damage up here, and make sure if you do crit rating up here, you put crit damage down here, and if you do crit damage up here, you put crit rating down here. So make sure you have both of them, and don't have like 2 crit damage and don't have 2 crit rating. But yeah, then the second one is magazine size, durability, reload speed, or weapon stability. Durability is such a waste when you can have stuff that it upgrades a weapon. With durability, you just it takes longer for this weapon to break, but you're not doing any extra damage, or it's not helping your weapon do more. It's just making it less broken, but it's not really useful. Reload speed, I could see where you wanted to reload speed, so I'd say either magazine size or reload speed. So yeah, either one of those works. And then weapon stability, it makes it so there's less recoil on your gun, but just get good, kid, at aiming, and you won't need it. And then for the element, energy is the best for any element, because it does 75% to everything, and with fire, it would do 100% to nature, but 25% for the rest. So it's not very good for water or other fire enemies. So energy is just best for all around builds if you want to do that. And then nature it does 100% to water. and the water does 100% to fire, and then for the rest, like if nature wants to attack fire, it does 25% of the damage it would normally do. And then physical is good for enemies with no elements, so it does extra damage to them, but it does 50% damage to any enemy with any other element. So yeah, I'd say energy or any of the other elements if you want to go that way, but make sure you fight the right enemies with the right elements. Then for this one, crit rating, crit damage, headshot damage, and mag size, as I explained before, go for this one crit damage or crit rating, and then make sure it's opposite of the top one. And then for this last one, I've got damage to slowed and snared targets, damage to mist monsters and bosses, damage to afflicted targets, or damage to stunned, staggered, and knocked down targets. So for this one, base it on your 6 perk. So mine is damage dealt with this weapon snares the target by 30% for 6 seconds. So if this is snared, if it snares the targets, then go slowed and snared targets. If it's where it afflicts the targets for 6 seconds, then go for afflicted targets. If it's like 5 shots if it's 5 headshots increases the damage, or headshot eliminations cause explosions, recycle that weapon because it's not the best it can be. Make sure the 6th perk is snares or afflicted, and then put your 5th perk depending on what it is. And yeah, anyway, let's put this weapon on the scale. Alright, now we're on the scale, and if you don't know what this is, basically I put the Razorblade here and the garbage, it's okay, or legendary pile, depending on how good it is. And it's not garbage in any way. This weapon, it's really good, just pumping out damage to those single target enemies, doing those crits. It's pretty good, but it's not legendary. There are much better guns, so I'll put it in it's okay. It's about mid, like, it's okay, like, getting up there, but yeah, it's pretty good. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed or this helped you in any way, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because I do these review videos where I review everything and save the world every other day. And also like, comment, and share so that more people can see my videos. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time.